Welcome back to another Drum Magazine Groove Analysis Drum Lesson. I'm Nate Brown. In this drum lesson, I'm going to be going over the groove from Martha's Prize, and you can get that on page 51 of the September 2015 issue of Drum Magazine. This is a really cool groove, and it's played with swing. So even though it's written with straight 16th notes, those 16th notes are going to be played like swing. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. I'm just going to go measure by measure through this, and I'll also point out some cool areas that you can, or techniques that you can use in your own swing playing. So it starts with the pickup, just on 4, 4 E, 4 E. That hi-hat stays open all the way to the crash when it closes, 1, and the bass drum's going to hit 2. It's actually not a snare, it's supposed to be on the rim knock. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. And what you can do at first to get used to that swing is just practice counting it. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1. And a 1. And now that measure's cool. Second line, first measure. 1 and 2 E and a 4 and a 1 E, 2 E and 3 E, a 4 E and a 1. I'll take that slower. 1, open hi-hat, then no hi-hat with the stick on, beat 2. And so you're going to accent that with the open hi-hat. And hi-hat stays open all the way to the and of beat 3. And a 4 and don't forget the rim knock there. And a 4 and Next measure accents the E. 1 E, 1 E, 2 E and 3 E, E and. So there's a lot of cool hi-hat work there. This is probably my favorite measure. Then when you add the rest in, it sounds cool. So we got the rim knock on 2 and 4. Next measure, 1 and 2 and 3 hi-hats open and 4. So 3 and 4 and keep the swing. 3 and 4 and the last line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 4 E. That's a cool measure as well. I'm on the last line, second measure, 1 and 2 E and 4 E. Then the last measure of the piece just goes to the ride cymbal, 1 E, 2, 3, 4 E, 4 E. It's just bounce, 6-shot, E. As far as applying some techniques of this to your own drumming, if you look at the second line, first measure, I like the concept of playing that on the So if you got a funky kind of swing groove going, 1, 2, and 1. That's cool. 1. Same thing with the second line, second measure. You can use that as a pretty cool drum fill. I hope you enjoyed this week's drum lesson. It's a really cool groove. It'll take a little time to get used to the pattern and the swing feel, but just keep doing it over and over, and eventually your body will become used to it. Have a great week of drums. I'll see you next month in Drum Magazine. Keep drumming.